Hey YouTube, it's me, MTG Angel. I'm conflicted. This is a monkey's paw moment for me with the market where, let's say there's an opportunity to buy, I don't know, a box of Lord of the Rings special. Let's say you see the price and it's $2,500 and you think, and let's say you have one actually, let's say you have one box and you went, man, I really wish I had a couple more boxes. And let's say the price actually goes down from $2,500 to $1,500. Part of you knows you can buy more now for cheaper. And if the price goes back, which you think it will, it's better that the price goes down to $1,500 and you buy than for it to stay at $2,500. The problem is when it goes down to $1,500, the box you already had is worth less. It's worth about half as much. So on paper, you've lost 50% of your profit. So that's really the monkey's paw moment I'm having with a lot of the market, where it's like, yes, I'm getting my wish that a lot of these things have retraced so I can buy more. Problem is, once you get your wish, the reality is the reason why it happened is because of a lot of other things, and the climate has changed and things are different. So I'm having that monkey's paw moment, not just with Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, but with Bitcoin and a lot of these other investments. And I'm sure a lot of other people might be having it too, and it makes sense. This video is not really I don't really have that much of a detailed scope. I just really wanted to talk about how the market is and my current plan and my goals, and I want to identify it as like a monkey's paw market, because a lot of investors, including me, we got in on the last bear market, the last time where everyone said everything's on fire, everything sucks, and we rode this wave from, let's say, from like for a Brothers War, $200 a box, even $150 a box, to right now I think they're going to like $450, $500, and for a lot of things there's been a pullback. This is a perfect time that, hey, if it was a good buy at 300, then it's a great buy at 200. It's that type of situation. So, and I'm seeing a lot of things like, for instance, Micro Center. There's two Micro Centers that are like an hour out from me, which I'm kind of on the fence with. Actually going there to pick up some Spider-Man, because I mean, I already have a lot of these the Spider-Man, these heavy bags, and I mean, it's not like it's a bad investment. In fact, this is a great opportunity to go in on it. The bundles are $30 a bundle. You see some of these bundles just skyrocket and be worth way more than you can ever expect. So $30 is a great entry price for bundles. You have the collector boxes going for like $325 or $350. I think the ones in my area are all sold out. These are just great opportunities for Spider-Man. And if someone thought $450 or $400 was a good buy, well, $350 is an even better buy. But the problem is we don't have infinite money. So I've been buying these gift bundles on this way down, and you know, I'm out of money for a lot of things. I've got my money tied up in a lot of things. I want to buy a lot of stuff. This is like this is a crazy bear market. And the last bear market I actually didn't have I wasn't as big. I'm multiples of bigger now than I was before. But problem is I have the same money supply constraints, especially because I work a 9-to-5. That money hasn't really gone up that much from raises or anything and all that sort. But the business, I can cycle some money through, but you know, there's only so much money I want to cycle through. It's like that thing where the monkey's paw, like, yes, this item may have gone up from $200 to $1,000. But I can't both sell it and have the future potential of that item. So do I want to sell those items to roll into some other cheaper stuff? Or do I want to hold on to those items and continue to ride it until the end of time? So I'm having issues with that, and just my perspectives, or not really my perspectives. I think everything's going to go up and to the right. Pretty much everything. I'm a perma bull is what I'm going to call myself, because I'm just always like buy, never sell, buy. And yeah, that's, you know, it's reality. Sometimes you have to sell for life, or maybe you have bills, or maybe you messed up or you over leveraged on a purchase and you got some extra, you know, you need some extra cash, so you might sell. And there's a lot of times I even sold a box of Tarkir the other day. I just need some extra liquidity, and so and it's always funny. This is a little side tangent. It's funny when you see any commentary online for selling stuff like collector boxes or Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. People say, oh, it's going to be so slow and the fees and you can't get your money out. And it's like, you don't need to get all your money out immediately. That doesn't, a good investment doesn't mean it's just max liquid. It's just something that is going to go up a lot and you can realistically get out of it over a time frame. Now, whether that time frame is immediate from the press of a button or you have to wait for someone to actually physically buy it, it doesn't mean it's a bad investment. So I just find that always funny with, for instance, like people with Magic. And I sold a Tarkir box and it didn't take that long. Okay, I sold a box like a month ago, and then I had another box listed for the same price. That one never sold until just recently. So I think the price kind of dipped a little bit and it's kind of came back, and it's probably going to go higher. I still have more boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm. It doesn't mean that I'm selling all my boxes. I'm just getting some liquidity so I can buy some other stuff. So I just really wanted to talk about that feeling of like the monkey's paw. You can get your wish, especially if your wish is you want to buy something at a cheaper price. The only problem is if you already have some of that item, or if you have similar items that might be affected by that cheaper price. Well, the reality is once the price goes down, the price of your other stuff has gone down on paper. I mean, it's not that I was going to sell anything immediately, but it does give you, we're human. We have that, we can see the price and we can have that like, ooh, I technically could have gotten out of this investment and made X amount of money, which, yeah, we can't really time the future, and most people are holding these investments for longer than we feel like we are when we see the price go down. We want to feel like we could have maybe timed it and known and predicted, but like for instance, Bitcoin, I think it's gone down from a high of 125,000 to now it's bouncing against 80,000. That is a massive movement. That is a 35% retracement. That is a crash. Could it go down further? It could. But could it rebound and go back and parabolically move towards the upside? I would argue it has a higher chance of doing that, especially from 80,000. It's already retraced 35%. Do people think it's going to go down another 35%? How many tariff crashes can happen? I mean, I guess infinite. So yeah, that's really it. Let me know if there's any moves that you're making in the market. And I just want to say thank you to anyone who's been commenting or watching my videos pretty consistently. Some of my videos recently have had some tractions, and that was really nice to see. Making these videos kind of feels like the same as starting something new or starting, when I was first doing investments. It's like, you don't know if you're wasting your time and no one's ever going to watch, or maybe everything you say is wrong, or the videos are just going to come out poorly. You don't know that, but you continue to make and post these videos, and you just hope for things to change. And so when I see those comments, even on some videos that I forgot to put the tags, I saw some comments rolling in, or some consistent people looking at you, sleeping elephant, and just it's really nice. I would love to build a community of people who are permabulls on the Magic market, and there's a special air about being perma-bullish. It's like, yeah, you can be negative on everything, but perma-bullish, it feels like there's just more optimism, and we have so much time to wait for our predictions to come true. Whereas if you're bearish, you may be waiting for like a shooting star that's never going to happen. Like, let's say I'm bearish on the price of gasoline, and I'm like, the price of gas is too high. It's going to come down to $2 or $1 a gallon. That will probably never happen. But with Permabull and you're like, hey, I think my tank of gas could go to $8. That could realistically happen. Who knows when it would? It might take a couple years. And that's how I see the magic market. Like most of these products, if you're like, this thing's going to zero, you're never getting your wish. I mean, if something goes that low, so many people will come out of the woodwork and ass cracks of the world and just buy up that whatever product it is. And realistically, there's only so much supply that's on the market. So if boxes are getting opened and destroyed, and you're saying this thing is gonna tank to like nothing, I mean, there's a certain point where your wish will never come true because there's not enough boxes for the price of tank. There's not enough people who actually are looking to sell it for the price of tank. And when the price does tank, if it does at all, once those boxes get bought, if they do get bought, once those boxes get bought, the tank is over. That's it. And sometimes it could just be one person in his car driving home from work pressing the button. And I have bought out some of these things. I mean, I've pumped the price of Brothers War, and it's just me, and I don't have a crazy amount of money or liquidity. I'm just one working dude with the side hustle of Magic the Gathering with some small time investments. So if I could do it, imagine of a community of permabulls. I mean, I'm not saying that I want something to like be a pump and dump. That's not really the goal. It's more of like, look, if you are in this space, you understand that any supply investment that gets continuous purchases eventually will rise in price. Because a pump and dump is something like, I'm just going to walk away from this thing. No, I'm going to maybe sell 1 or 2 boxes and hold the rest into infinity. So it's not really the goal to pump and dump. It's more of like, let's say I buy a bunch of boxes. Brothers War is honestly my favorite example, it seems. Let's say I buy a bunch, like 6 boxes of Brothers War, $200 a box. And this thing goes to $500 as it is right now. Do I want to sell my boxes for $500 each and just walk away? No, because there's a chance that they go to $1,000. So what could I realistically do? I could maybe sell 2 or 3 and recoup all the cost of the 6 box. And then I can ride into the sunset with the other 3 box almost risk-free. I mean, that's a more beautiful journey for me, is to see where this thing goes instead of to completely walk away and just like not see, not have any stake in the future of Brothers War boxes. I want to be there for the crashes. I want to be there for the retracements. I want to be there if it hits $1,000 and I have several boxes of Brothers War, able to maybe sell 1 for the price that I bought 6 boxes of Brothers War. I would love for that future to happen. Or maybe you sell 1 for the price of 12 boxes of Brothers War. Purchasing price. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Hey, look at this guy's car. It's freaking chalk. I don't know if you can see it. Freaking cool. So anyways, see you guys later. Peace.